Hey guys, I kind of figured I should make a video on this, but I don't have all that much to say about it, I suppose. If you're not aware, Mr. Reiner, Rob Reiner, and his wife were recently killed at their mansion in California, and it's a really messed up situation. Mr. Reiner has been for a long time, he's been a climate activist. And he was a Biden supporter, he was a Democrat. And I don't hold that against him at all. I mean, after all, I voted for Obama during the second term. Mostly that was because the media was so good at hiding the kind of stuff Obama was doing that I thought he was like a very mild president, and that while he hadn't done anything particularly awesome, he hadn't done anything particularly horrible either. So I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I guess he can be trusted to do the job without it being like a total disaster. It wasn't until way later that I learned that Obama and the media had basically hid a lot of the poor decisions that Obama had been making. But again, I don't hold it against people for voting for the Democrats. I can understand the appeal of the party. And people like Rob Reiner, they wanted to help the world, but they probably did it in a way I wouldn't agree with. And I would say that the Democrats in recent years have made the world worse. But again, like, good intentions and all, I don't hate these people, like, at all. So, Rob Reiner and his wife were killed apparently by his son, and they were found by his daughter. Now, I say his son and his daughter because Rob Reiner had two wives. I can't remember if his first wife died or if they divorced or what. But I don't know if the son and the daughter are from the first marriage or the second marriage. Or if they're like from out of wedlock with some third woman. I'm pretty sure that all his children were from one of his wives, not from like some random person. He seems like a relatively like stand-up guy like that. But anyways, it's just like a really messed up situation. And this will take away from my nerd card, I guess, a little bit, but I never really considered myself a nerd to begin with. But I never actually watched The Princess Bride all the way through. The Princess Bride was one of those movies that they would always do reruns on, like TV. And my family would have like movies running in the background. And I remember watching bits and pieces of The Princess Bride on a few occasions. Enough to piece together what the entire plot was, and then later on I saw a bunch of clips and like plot summaries and read up about the story. It seemed like a really good movie. It's just I never bothered to buy a copy of it and watch it all the way through. I'm not really that much of a movie guy. I'm more of like a TV show kind of guy. Like, I used to watch Star Trek Voyager all the way through. That was a good series. A lot of people say that was like, you know what, I'm not gonna get through. I got a whole rant about people who like crap on Star Trek Voyager, but that's not here or there. The point is that, and Rob Reiner, as much as he was like a big activist for the Democratic Party, again, he seemed like a good guy as far as I'm aware. I don't know, maybe he had skeletons in the closet, but no one deserves what happened to him. And especially being killed by your own son. Because then, well, your son ends up in prison for the rest of his life. You're dead. Your legacy is basically destroyed. It's just a horrible situation all around. And I just wanted to say, I mean, rest in peace. And again, a lot of people think that when a political opponent of the Republicans gets hurt or killed, that we're going to brag about it. And I don't really see that happening whenever something like this happens. Like, they said that the Republicans were like making jokes and celebrating that Mr. Pelosi got hit in the head with a hammer. Whereas what I was seeing was less people making jokes about it and more people being like, what the hell is going on? Why are they hiding the attacker's motivation? Why was there like unicorn suits found in the dude's car? And also, all the evidence pointed to the attacker being Green Party, being like one of those socialist, like green environmental type of dudes. And like Mrs. Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi, I keep saying like Mr. and Mrs., but like Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats were claiming that it was a Trump supporter, when it very clearly wasn't. So if people were making jokes about it, they were like, they saw the Democrats as being completely unserious, claiming that this was somehow a Trump supporter. And when Rob Reiner, when it was announced he got killed, apparently the mayor of LA was the one who announced it. And then the police chief came on, and he was being really cagey on the interview yesterday. Like, he didn't want to give that many details of the event. And it's just kind of weird because it's like, what exactly are they trying to hide? Now, I'm not saying that like as a conspiracy kind of thing, but there must be some kind of really awkward information going on right now because we're not getting the full details. And I don't know what was going on in that family. I don't know if this is like a political thing, like a political disagreement, or if like the son wanted his inheritance or whatever. But apparently he stabbed both of them to death. Which, that's a really personal crime. And you have to, usually like a crime like that, like you'll hear about like 20 stab wounds or something like that. Like, they're never pretty. It's just, oh God, it's just so messed up. I guess we're just waiting on more details for now. I just kind of wanted to get this short video out of there, out of my system. And it's just, dear Lord, man, it's really upsetting to me. As someone who wants a son someday, this is like my worst case scenario. Where like, if I have a son, I'll be like, my family name will continue on. You know, usually the woman gives up her last name when she marries. Not always the case. It's just your children and your grandchildren will share your last name if it's a male line of succession, you know. That's just the tradition. So like my worst case scenario is in my retirement years, my son, instead of like living a good life and having children of his own and having a good career, instead throws it all away to kill me personally. That's just, oh God, it's just so horrible. Yeah. Again, I don't have a lot to say. I just want to, I just want to wish the family the best. That I hope justice is brought to Rob Reiner and his wife, and that the family is able to heal and recover from this. They're never going to be the same, obviously, but I hope they find peace on their own, and that the killer is punished to the full extent of the law. And goodbye, Mr. Reiner. I am so sorry this has happened to you. That's all I wanted to say. That's all, guys. Bye.